Hello, welcome to a movie review. The Accountant. What a good surprise. I always love a good surprise when I go see a movie. I was not aware of, I think in general, I heard positive comments about this movie, but I went in with, well, I would say no expectation, but why not? It looked decent in the commercial, in the trailer. It's a low budget. You're talking about a movie that was made for less than 50 million. These days, that's low budget action. But it reminded me a lot of John Wick of last year. Last year, John Wick was a hidden gem, low budget, high octane action that I enjoy a lot. And this movie topped John Wick in many ways, from the story, from the action, from the characters development. I think it topped John Wick in my opinion. It's a movie I definitely want to see again because it's fun to watch. I thought Ben Affleck did a fantastic job. I felt the cast did great. There is not really a weak link in the cast. I had some concern of Anna Kendrick. When I saw her in the trailer, I wasn't sure how she would fit in the movie. It seemed odd that she would be in this action thriller, but I thought they used her well. She did a good job as an accountant. And for the comic book geek out there, guess what? Ben Affleck showed a copy of Action 1 as well as other Golden Age Grail in one of the scenes. It's in his stash. Both my wife and I was like, oh, he has comic books in his vault. Not just any comic books, an Action 1. I mean, in one of the scenes, this is not a non-spoiler review, okay? So, but in one of the scenes when he need to retrieve valuable from his vault, cash, gold, guns, comic books, he picked the Action 1. I'm not aware if this movie was based on a character, a novel, a series of books, or whatever. But from the way the movie were done, it looked like they plan to do sequels if this is a hit. I could be wrong, but to me, it looked like this character can be Ben Affleck, Jason Bourne. You know, it can be a series of movie for him because it's definitely a character that I want to see again on the big screen because there's a lot of potential storyline down the road. So all in all, a fun movie to watch. I recommend those that like action movie. Ben Affleck is a badass in this movie. Dare I say that he was a bigger badass in this movie than compared to Batman versus Superman. He can kick some butt in this movie. The action is really good and believable. Okay, that's the thing, believable, and it's touching. Surprisingly, I didn't think that I would feel moved by the character, by his surrounding, by his purpose. There is a purpose to what he's doing. He's just not a badass. So in that, I think it make the story better. He didn't just go out there and kill and shoot people or fight people for pure revenge. There are other motives. But that's it. That's the spoiler-free version portion of the review. If you want to hear some spoilers, stick around in the next few minutes. But for those that haven't seen the movie, goodbye. For those that want to hear some spoilers, here we go. The one thing about this movie is that's good and in many ways not great is that the way things ties together was almost too neatly done. Okay, and almost too predictable, because my wife and I, as much as we enjoyed the movie, we were able to choreograph the whole story before it unfolded. We both guessed that John Bernthal, the Punisher, was Ben Affleck's brother. We both guessed that before it was revealed, because as we were watching the movie with the flashback, and we're just saying, "Oh, they are not showing what's happened to his younger brother. I bet you that guy is his brother," and boom. And the same thing with the character that J.K. Simmons play. We kind of guessed that he was the feet, like in the very beginning when they showed the feet of somebody walking up the stairs. We kind of guessed that was gonna be him. The one thing I didn't like was the necessary thing that he need to do to blackmail the other agent into helping him. That kind of cookie. That's, if I had any complaint about the movie, that's my biggest complaint. I'm just like, why does he need to find an agent with a questionable background and blackmail her into helping him solve the case? Can anyone explain that to me? Because I really don't think that was necessary. She could have been a good agent that he need to bring in to solve the case. There's no need for her to have a hidden secret background that can destroy her career unless she help him. But and even at the end, at the sanctuary where autistic kids hang out, the moment that young boy went into the room and the older female was going kind of crazy, my wife and I both knew and whispered to each other that that's the girl, the young girl in the very beginning of the movie that helped him solve the puzzle. So for whatever reason, we both felt that whatever mystery that the movie tried to have was almost too neatly wrapped up together. It's not a bad thing, but at the same time, I thought it was kind of interesting that both my wife and I was able to connect the dots and predict the story along the way. Is it a bad thing? It would be nice to be surprised, but at the same time, it's still a good movie, regardless if we were able to predict just about every step of the movie. And even John Lithgow, in the very beginning, from the very beginning, we just like, he's the one. It's not the other two people that high up in the corporation. I'm like, it's him. He's the one that's guilty. That's why he shut down the investigation. So like I said, there is very little in this movie that is a surprise, and it's still a good movie and fun movie to watch. Anyhow, that's it. Thanks for watching.